Hi friends, I'm Dave Barklow, pastor at Fort Walton Beach First United Methodist. Welcome to the Pastor's Study, our daily devotional to help us focus our mind on the things of God. We are getting into the last days of Jesus' earthly ministry. We saw yesterday how the religious leaders, the scribes, the chief priests were searching for a way to bring Jesus to trial, to try and do it quietly because they didn't want to cause a riot. That Jesus' teaching is so out there, so radical, but yet so full of love that they know that he's a threat to their power, but also that the people are just resonate with what he has to say. And so we turn now to a dinner where Jesus is. This is Mark chapter 14, verses 3 through 9. While he was at Bethany, in the house of Simon the leper, he sat at the table. A woman came with an alabaster jar of very costly ointment of nard. She broke open the jar and poured the ointment on his head. Then some there said to one another in anger, "Why was the ointment wasted in this way? For this ointment could have been sold for more than 300 denarii, and the money given to the poor." And they scolded her. But Jesus said, "Let her alone. Why do you trouble her? She has performed a good service for me. For you will always have the poor with you, and you can show kindness to them whenever you wish, but you will not always have me. She has done what she could. She has anointed my body beforehand for its burial. Truly I tell you, wherever the good news is proclaimed in the whole world, what she has done will be told in remembrance of her." What's interesting is we know that Jesus is the Messiah. The word Messiah means anointed one. And Jesus, throughout his ministry, is anointed as the Messiah in very different ways. David was anointed king of Israel by the prophet Samuel. Other kings had elaborate anointing ceremonies. They were full-out festivals or solemn days with huge crowds of people and pomp and circumstance. But Jesus is anointed throughout his ministry in different ways. Whether it's the woman who weeps over his feet and wipes them with his hair, or this woman who brings this costly perfume and pours it over his head. Jesus is anointed Messiah by some of the most unlikely people. And here Jesus also points out that he's getting close to the end of his ministry, and she has done him a kindness of preparing his body for burial. Of course, his disciples don't understand exactly what he's saying, but this is just one more hint for us that what happens to Jesus is not outside of Jesus' realm of knowledge or control. That Jesus is doing what he is doing with the knowledge of the cross, of where he is going. He knows that his show of love is going to lead to this clash with the world's hatred that's going to wind up with him being killed on the cross. Yet he looks at this woman and he sees her as an emblem of faith, as an emblem of kindness, that he wants to be remembered everywhere the gospel is preached. So my prayer is for you and for me today is that we could live with the same kind of kindness that this woman showed, that we, out of our love for Jesus, would not care about our own wealth, our own possessions, but be willing to pour them out for Jesus, and that we would be willing to show the same kindness because Jesus has shown us so much kindness as well. Remember, friends, I love you. Take care of yourselves and shine the light of Christ.